Colleen Taylor, and welcome back to a new episode of TechCrunch Cribs, where we go inside the offices of some of the tech industry's hottest companies. Today, I'm in Mountain View, California, and this is where LinkedIn is headquarters. So we have a lot to check out, and I'm pretty excited, so follow me.
Hello!
Hi!
Welcome to LinkedIn.
Thanks. You must be Alan
Yes.
Blue, co-founder, VP of Product here at LinkedIn.
That's exactly right.
Cool. Before we start looking around, maybe you could just tell me a little bit about the vibe that you guys are creating here. I know that in a past life, you were a theater set design expert.
Yes, happily they haven't let me do anything to the place though. They're way better at it than I am. Because we're kind of keeping some of that that energy you have in the early days.
Okay, cool, sounds good. Let's check it out.
Excellent. This is actually our 5th office. First one was Reid Hoffman's living room at his apartment in downtown Mountain View. And then eventually came here and just had this top floor. We should stop here, take a look at our LinkedIn Lego sculpture. It's a lot of Legos.
It's a lot of Legos.
Basically, Adam Nash, who's one of our heads of product for a while here, he spent endless time sort of building this up. And then one day, before we put the lid on, we basically took all of our predictions about what LinkedIn was going to be in 5 years and turned it into a time capsule. So the thing is filled with employee predictions. At some point, I don't know the exact schedule, but we're going to open it up and see how we did.
Okay, yeah, so I see it's 2011, it's a 5-year time capsule. It'd be such a shame to crack it open though.
Yes, well, we're not doing it today.
Right, we won't do it today.
This is a kitchen now, but it was also our original all-hands space. We have traditions which are based around that, which actually began in this very room. Basically, Reid or Dan Nye or Jeff would stand over there, and all the new employees who had joined would have to get up and then introduce themselves to the company. The tradition goes, say your name, say what you're working on, tell us something that you wouldn't find out from looking at your LinkedIn profile, and then you have to demonstrate a skill or talent. And if you don't have any skills or talents, you have to make an animal noise. Okay, now almost nobody falls back on the animal noise.
Okay, so can we get you right here to either show us a trick or do an animal noise?
So the elephant, we'll do the elephant.
Okay, let's do the elephant. You're hired. That's great.
Thanks. When you come from a startup, the idea of this scale is absolutely amazing. So I had a moment when I was standing here at this end of this floor, and I was suddenly blown away by the number of people who are actually working on this.
Yeah, that had to be a nice feeling.
It's a nice feeling. It's also a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I hope the idea is good enough because all these people signed up for it.
Yeah. And I'm also noticing flags. It's like the United Nations over here, but then I'm also seeing like McDonald's.
Yes.
What's the story?
Well, you gotta pick your own country and nationality and go with it. So if McDonald's or this pirate flag is how you identify yourself, awesome. I believe that's the Federation of Planets. And everyone wants to be part of the happy country.
Of course.
So let's walk along this way. You can see we're entering, this is international land. So these are the people who do translations, QA. They basically localize our site and our mobile products and our emails into something which basically can be viewed in all these languages. So it's actually been fantastic. This cafe's been open pretty much since the beginning of this year. And we have foosball, there's ping pong and stuff out there. The dreadful addition is these froyo machines, which is something that we've never had before. Come in here in the afternoon, there's like a line waiting for the froyo machine.
For the froyo, when it's froyo o'clock?
We have daily catering, so this is, every day is different in terms of what we bring in. And then, as you can see, the most popular food is the Indian food. For the past 3 years, we've had Indian food as a staple every day. See these under construction signs? We're going to be making some of our own food as well.
Okay,
so turning into a full service cafeteria.
Because right now this is all catered. You bring this all in from outside. That's quite the big endeavor.
Yeah. You can see our 200 million banner on the wall there. And you can also see, embarrassingly, that it's torn. So, I don't know if you saw it, we had a photograph. We have another tradition, is every substantial member milestone for us in terms of growth, we take a team photograph.
Okay.
And so now we had this big banner that says 200 million. And I don't know, but apparently we tore it accidentally before we took the photograph, so we stitched it back up. So you can see the tear in it.
There's the tape.
It's actually pretty funny.
You guys should have a new story if that was like the banner at the end of a marathon and someone ran through it,
Exactly.
or, you know.
That was my first guess too, is that it was like, yes!
Yes.
When we were in 1840 Embarcadero, we proceeded to waste a ton of the company's time by playing Rock Band.
I see.
And it turned into this huge thing. So,
Oh, God. Oh, geez. You're killing it, by the way.
good?
I think I failed it.
All right.
I think I failed, but that was quite a showing. If this whole LinkedIn thing doesn't work out,
Yeah, exactly. I can play Rock Band for.
you can always fall back on that. Is this the torture one?
It is. Let's see how this works. Maybe not.
Come here often?
No, yeah, exactly.
Hi.
Thanks. We had a very tiny little gym back in the other building. It was literally the size of a large conference room. So when we opened this building, we definitely reserved a space for basically a real gym, which is kind of where we are now.
I think a lot of people think of LinkedIn as this professional social network, so I guess I wasn't expecting it to be as casual as it is here in a lot of ways, the culture.
For us, part of that mission is getting to the point where people understand that the work you do is one of the greatest ways in which you will contribute to the world around you. Not just us, but the work you guys are doing, the work that everybody in the Valley, everybody in the world is doing. That's the way you communicate, that's the way you give back to your community. That's the way you make opportunities to the people around you. That's the thing that makes the economy go and brings opportunity and makes us all better educated. Work is an engine which drives prosperity. There's nothing stuffy about that. That's like the way you live your life. It's our local band. They're called Next Play. Next Play is something that Jeff Peter is very fond of saying. He talks about no matter how great your success or how difficult the times you are working, never concentrate on what's in the past, always concentrate on the next play. So don't celebrate too long, but don't worry too long. Move on to the next thing. They took that as their name.
And these are all like full-time LinkedIn employees.
This was actually the very first piece of decoration that we had put up, which made us feel a little more grown up. Made us feel a little bit more like we've made it. And I figured we would finish up here. We'll go out the indoor.
Out the indoor. Alan, thank you so much for having us here. This is an excellent
Absolutely.
tour.
It was great talking to you.
All right. That was a really great tour that Ellen just gave me. But LinkedIn is a pretty big campus, and I want to go back and get some froyo at those other buildings. So I'm sure they won't mind if I just steal this cruiser bike, right? See you back in San Francisco. Glad there's no brakes. Cruiser. Yes, you are on the video.